Breakers! I want to briefly talk about something that's still not completely understood by a lot of people, which is fine, this game is super obtuse, but that is integrated parts. Integrated parts are easy to identify. They will have an extra little symbol next to their grade, denoting what parts they're integrated with. In the case of a little stubby boy like Zagok, it is an integrated head with the torso combo. If you equip it, it replaces both your head and torso. You do not have two different ability panes to make up for it, but it also will come with whatever skills are appropriate to it. You can see the parts down there tell you what else is attached. Another example in the body would be Mr. Bear Guy 3, or the At Guy itself, which is a torso and leg combo. Now the stats are not generally better than they would be both together. You pretty much have an even amount as you would if you had a separate head and separate body at the same level. Not having that two different ability pane is kind of a bummer. But there is also another kind of integrated equipment, which is integrated weapons and shields. To pick a good example, let's over to our buddy Violent Custom. And remembers that guy from Unicorn. Swooped in and completely wrecked all the leftover remnants. I like the Master Grade better. You'll see right there next to its grading symbol, it shows both a rifle and a saber, telling us that it comes with two different integrated weapons. Scrolling down here, you'll see it's a Mega Particle Cannon and a Beam Saber. It also still has its own options and EXs in the Beam Saber combo if you have both of them equipped and the Mega Particle Cannon. So as soon as you equip that, if you head over to the corresponding weapon slot, you will find a brand new weapon has been unlocked. So if we look for that Mega Particle Cannon, we'll find it right there, even with a new symbol on it. This is a machine gun type that's only selectable when you have that arm equipped. Now, it will be the same level as the equipped arm, but it will have its own separate pane of traits, so you don't lose out on those abilities. Those ability traits are also tracked separately. You can very well fuse whatever other traits you feel like into that weapon side. For example, I just fused in so we have long range gauge cost, attack power left long range weapon, and attack power long range EX. I'm going to switch to this Captain Gundam arm. Now I don't have that gun equipped. Switch back to that same Master Grade Violent Custom arm. If I go back, you'll see it's the same traits on that Mega Particle Cannon. It is slaved one-to-one to whatever copy of that original part, or arm in this case, it happened to be. And I picked the wrong one, because I'm a dummy and that's the kind of content you come here for. Zip, 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 zip. There's my boy, with the same traits we had on it before. Now, if you were to fuse that arm into another arm, you only get access to the traits that were on the actual arm side. You do not get access to any traits that are on the gun side or weapon side. That said, it does give more experience as if it were two parts. And if you were to sell it in the shop, it would also sell for double the amount as usual, because it's a two-part integrated weapon. So we saw the gun side. We also see that there's a beam saber symbol there. So if I head to my right close range weapon, if I head over to beam sabers, we should find Violent Custom Integrated Beam Sabers now selectable, which gives it that cool little wrist projector. And you'll notice the integrated not just because it's new, but because it has a little integrated icon next to its grade mark. The other kind of integrated part you can use, I'll head to the left hand here. Let's see our old buddy Strike Freedom, is integrated beam shields. As soon as you equip the arm, you will have the beam shield available as an unlockable option. Let's get off that ugly little manipulator real quick so we can get a better look at it. There's the handsome boy. Let's also take off this gun. Like the gun or the beam saber, it will have its own set of traits that you can feed into individually that retain memory. And it will be the same level as the Strike Freedom arm. In fact, if I were to level up that Strike Freedom arm quickly, let's say just pop it up from level 5 to level 10. That integrated shield does not actually level with it, oddly enough. It is entirely its own separate entity, letting you mix and match those traits or even, whatever leveling you need to do at your leisure. Integrated weapons are still one-to-one with regular weapons. In this case, a level 19 megaparticle cannon machine gun will be the same exact damage, not counting traits, as any other level 19 machine gun I could equip in the other hand. Speaking of beam shields, there's one also cool thing you can do with them. So the shield itself is the glowing energy pane. It is not actually slave to the emitter. And if you want to, you can move that wherever you see fit on and off of the emitter. If you want, you can even completely flip this dude and have a cool little backhand shield. Now the shield itself is also, much like other equipment, going to be scaled to the arm size. So I could even scale up this Strike Freedom arm something fierce, and then individually scale up the shield. Give it a little bit of a rotate to get farther away. Put some real boy legs on so it's not just eating the floor. And we got ourselves a chunk and shield experience. It's one of my favorite things to do with integrated beam shields. It will always display, and boy is it a doozy. So just testing out these integrated weapons quick. It'll be slaved to whatever the same trigger button was that you would normally have it equipped to. In this case, right hand. So right trigger will be the machine gun, and left trigger will be that beam saber combo. That's pretty much all the weird stuff you need to know about integrated parts. Hopefully you can find some real value in some of them.